Don't let your educational background be the beginning or the end of the story that you tell about yourself on your resume and in your interviewing when you're looking for a great job. How can it be the beginning? I've known people who have graduated from very prestigious schools and get a little bit stuck on how important that is. And the fact is, it's not always going to help you all the way through if you're ambitious and you want to do great things in the workplace, or at least have a really good time. It's not always going to be the most important thing that you graduated from an Ivy League school. So I've really seen people get stuck on how pleased they are with themselves because they have a prestigious degree. On the other hand, I have seen people get really stuck on what they don't have. And there are two particular things that I've seen a lot. One, a particular woman comes to mind who did not have a bachelor's degree. She had an associate's degree, and she felt that was not enough. And I saw her for several years really become very preoccupied about how she wasn't good enough because she didn't have a bachelor's degree. And then she actually got herself together. She had small children. She had a tremendous amount to offer, but she wasn't going to move forward till she got that bachelor's degree. And she spent the years and she worked part-time. She went to school part-time and she worked full-time. And sure enough, she got the bachelor's degree. You know what? I don't think it mattered. Except it mattered to her. That's not nothing. She needed that piece of paper to show, yes, I'm somebody. But what I knew is she could have moved forward without that piece of paper. I'm not dismissing that she did it, but what I'm saying is it probably didn't make, in the end, that much difference. And she's had a very, very successful career. So people feel like they need the piece of paper and they get the piece of paper, and that helps with the internal confidence. I'm not sure how much it helps in the world. The other thing I fairly frequently see is older people who worry about what date they graduated. Do you really care what date I graduated while you're listening to me? I'm not going to tell you, it might scare you. It was a long time ago. I believe, and there are different opinions about this, that if you don't put the date you graduated from college on your resume, it means you're ashamed of being old. I'm not saying everybody feels that way, but just think about that. If you don't put the date, that tells more than if you do tell the date. I think you should tell the date. You should do what's comfortable for you. So the academic credential is what they say in the law. It's necessary, but not sufficient. I would like you to think about stories that illustrate what you have done in the workplace. And it could be the volunteer workplace. It could be the workplace that is a school where you're supporting your children. It really is important for you to know the things that you are proud of, that you can tell stories about. Because today, the hiring manager is, in many cases, able to test for the hard skills that they need. If you're a programmer, if you're in a medical profession, if you're a marketing professional, the hiring manager is going to find ways to ferret out how you are going to do at the hard skills of the job. The problem the hiring manager has is they don't know how you're going to show up in navigating new problems, which are always occurring in today's workplace, or when things become stressful, which are also always occurring in today's workplace. They don't know how to test for it. They really don't. But if you can pull out stories of concrete examples in your life where you have shown your people skills, problem-solving skills, communication skills, a specific task and a particular outcome through stories that are true and that you're proud of. Too often people dismiss these things. Don't dismiss them. They're very important. Think about stories that tell how you've behaved in the workplace when the going got tough. Work that satisfies. I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel where I will talk more about soft skills, which are pivotal in today's job market, but we're not so good at talking about. Your education is part of it. It's not all of it. I hope you'll subscribe.